Hello.
Oh, hey, buddy.
What up?
Guys.
What up? Hello, everybody. Welcome. Uncivilized. We're here. The guys are back.
Yet again.
We are back. There is so Russell Westbrook has COVID. What's that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my God. So how is this gonna work, Brian? How's this gonna work?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna work at all.
It's not.
Unless we get a national request for everyone to wear a mask and actually enforce it to where you give people violations for it, we're going to have COVID-19 forever.
It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. The stupidity has reached like new highs that I didn't even think that we could get to.
Yeah, let's jump into, right before we came on, guys, the audience, we were talking about, so what are we going to talk about, today? We're going to wing into something. I was like, there is so much to talk about.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of dumb shit, and we're living in it. What's wrong with California?
What's wrong with Florida?
What's wrong with Nevada?
Hey, Arizona.
Arizona.
I mean, it just keeps going.
That Dean, remember Dean? Oh! He like yelled out, DC! He like went crazy. What the fuck's wrong with us? Texas, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So we're back on lockdown, people. Back on lockdown. Because I know I know personally we have people looking at this on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Buddies of mine and of B cats in Miami. And Miami's a damn mess. They had to lock those guys down again. So indoor restaurants, malls, any barbershops, all that stuff is closed again. Yep. The $600 ends the 25th, not at the end of the month. So a lot of motherfucking niggas think they rich. And I'm like, when that 600 ends, and you got to feed your kid, you know what I mean? It's going to get real.
I think they extended that for 7 weeks, though.
What's up?
I think they extended that.
No, not the $600. They extended the
unemployment.
The unemployment of the state. Because the governor had to do that because he's shutting it down. He's like, well, shit, I got to keep paying these cats.
Yeah.
But Trump's going to have a problem when, once again, people forget there are poor white fucking people in America. I don't know why they just think it's only blacks and Hispanics. Those poor-ass white people, when they stop getting that $600, they're going to be looking at Trump like, hey, man, I need that money because they got people to feed and all kind of shit. That 600's like carrying people. And when you start to only get 400 a week, Brian, you got 3 kids.
Hey, it
you
goes
put that
real
mortgage
fast.
off, Brian. You've been talking to Quicken Loans. Hey, hold me off. And Quicken Loans, and that, like, shit, man, you got to pay us something.
Yeah.
You got to pay us something. Oh, oops. I hope you put your property tax into your mortgage. Your property tax at the end of the year. I remember one year, the homie Chili Dog was like, shit, it's like $4,000. I was like, God damn. There's stuff that's going to be mounting very soon, come August and September, in them streets if people need to eat.
Oh, it's going to get bad.
Don't think motherfuckers won't be in them streets.
Oh, if they think they saw riots already this year, you ain't seen shit when you got millions of people that have nothing. They've got nothing to lose. They've got nothing to lose.
You have no money.
There was an article I read that said, I think by the end of this month, there are going to be almost 21 million people that if they don't handle the rent situation in some way, telling landlords, like, you can't right now. There are going to be 21 million homeless. On top of, I think the current population in the country is like 8 million already.
There's so many homeless people in LA. I got a homeless man in my corner right now. I just put the nigga up. I said,
"Oh, you already know what street I live on. He's right outside the security gate at the bottom of my steps. They live there. I mean,
you live with homeless fuck. I've literally walked to that house, and
there's a couch at the end of the cul-de-sac where two homeless people are fucking.
They've tried to fuck me. It happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
Serious. I mean,
have you ever wearing the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1?
Hey,
yeah. Congrats to Zach on the StockX pickup of the Jordan 1s, Travis Scott.
Wait. Is he wearing them inside for no reason
for
a podcast?
I knew that was that.
He is.
Yeah, see those. I would have those.
You know, they got to tell you got to turn the other side of the shoe around so everybody knows it's real with the backward swoosh. That's the regular.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Yeah, now you got them taking it off. Yeah, they
there
real.
We go. There you go.
Yeah,
that's authenticity, right?
Yeah. You ever try to cook half a brick in an air fryer? West Side Gun. And I don't even want to get into Fly God 2, one of the best albums.
Yep.
I mean, Jesus, West Side Gun came out. There's so much going on. So James Harden also didn't go, Brian. Does that nigga have COVID?
Probably.
So Westbrook, which it came out, he was at the Wynn.
Okay.
He was at a casino.
Mm.
He went to Vegas. I guess he's like, I'm about to get locked down. Let me go to the casino, and boom. He got COVID.
Went to casinos in Vegas?
What'd you say?
Didn't somebody else go to a casino in Vegas?
Yes.
That's why you over there coughing. Sound like you.
Yeah, I actually have COVID.
Baby in your
COVID 23 in my throat. I want to get into the. We're trying to change it up, guys. I know it was very heavy protest because we were living through that. I want to get into this Patrick Mahomes $504 million contract.
$500 million?
But there's some weird language in that. Did you hear about that, B? That I guess it was almost better if he'd taken taken 2 years and done it every couple of years, because you almost make B, what is it now? Do you know the breakdown of that?
No, I don't know the breakdown.
I think it's like every year he could have made like damn near $25 million.
But does this lock him? Does this lock him into anything? I mean, obviously it does, but you know what I mean. I have to imagine that he got locked in for way more based off $500 million.
Yes, he could have made a little bit more money.
Yeah,
if he would have stayed.
If he had kept it to 1 or 2 years, he would have got the same money, if not more. I think.
Yeah. It would have been very interesting because the guy probably will win. I'd say 2 to 3 more Super Bowls. It's going to be hard to get to Brady level of Super Bowls, but I think he probably could have won 2 to 3 more. I like Mahomes. I don't have a problem with little Patty Mahomes. But, you know.
He's got a fucking cannon on him.
He's got a fucking arm.
Yeah, dude. He can throw the fuck out of a ball. Have you seen that one where I think he threw like a 70-yard ball on his knees?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's insane. So I just looked it up right here. So it is backloaded. He's getting $197 million or 43% of the new money after the first 5 new contract years, which would be 2022 through 2026, which averages out to about $40 million a year.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty good money. I mean, when you start talking about he should have done this or that, it's like, I mean, $40 million is pretty fucking good. Like,
that's a lot. They just gave me $1 million. I'd be like, wow. Yeah. $40 million a year is a lot of money. I think
$40 million over 5 years is a shit ton of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. These athletes are getting paid so much motherfucking money. The NBA guys were showing what they were eating in Orlando, and it looked like a goddamn kid's lunch. Yeah. And they were kind of upset about it. And Rajon Rondo, whose hand's now fucking broken, I don't know how the hell he did that. He was talking about he was living in a Motel 6. And then some of the backlash started, like, people are starving right now with COVID, and you guys are playing a game, essentially, and you're getting, hotel, like you said, people about to lose their houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's sensitivity that has to come about at this time, because I'm telling you, when August hits, that's when the shit's going to hit the fan.
But see, it's never going to happen. That's the biggest problem in this country is the lack of empathy in every aspect. People don't understand it until it happens to them. How many posts have you guys already seen online? Like, you just see the timeline of somebody's Facebook where they're like, I'm not wearing a mask. COVID is fucking fake. And
yeah.
2 weeks later, they post something like, oh, I've got COVID. Please keep me in your prayers. Like, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to care right now? Like, yeah. I don't. Yeah, but again, it doesn't matter to people until it happens to them.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a fact. I mean, anybody, like, I guess it didn't happen on the last podcast, but my sister in Birmingham, Alabama, my niece and nephew they all three got COVID. So yeah, it's real. It's very real. They were like sick, and now they're younger, so now they're doing better. No, we got to take it seriously. It just came out on CNN now that all the hospital reports weren't going to the CDC. They were going straight to Trump.
Well, yeah, that's what he requested, so he can hide the data.
Yeah.
So people stop stressing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just...
He's already got his fan base not believing it. They're already sold.
Yeah.
Look at how much he's already fooled them. This is not fact-based, logic that we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and to not talk to Fauci for weeks, for months.
Yeah.
He hasn't talked to Fauci. And Fauci's like, you can't open schools. Now Orange County, where we're at in California, they're going to open. He's demanding to open schools with no mask. No mask. None for the kids, none for the teachers, no mask. Which that now is a goddamn mess.
Well, and there was already the other tweet about the parent who dropped off their kid at a daycare knowing that they had COVID because they had to go to work. And they didn't care.
Wow.
They was like, I got to go to work. What was I supposed to do? It's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, kids are kids too. They don't understand the concept of a mask. They'll be like, "What the hell is COVID? I'm trying to go to recess with my homies here."
Right?
That mask gonna come off. That mask is gonna be ripped off as soon as you put it on. As soon as the teachers turn around, they're like, "What is this? Get this off."
Exactly.
So they're not gonna adhere to the rules and regulations of wearing the mask anyway. We're kind of screwed.
Yeah,
no, we are for sure, man. I remember in high school they tried to enforce a dress code of just tucking in your shirt. How many people you think did that?
Nobody.
They got rid of that shit in months. They were like, we can't just flood detention rooms because nobody's doing it. And like you said, the kids don't even understand the concept of that this is a potentially life or death thing, this mask, prevent, what it's saving them from. They don't know. They're just fucking kids. The idea of life and death doesn't even exist to most kids.
No, a kid doesn't understand that he's going to motherfucking die. You see a kid run out in the street to pick up a ball or pick up a little piece of York peppermint patty. I saw a kid damn near died trying to pick up a little piece of York peppermint patty. I said, man, get your ass back out the street, you little girl.
The kids are jumping 20 feet up out of trees and shit. They think they're fucking indestructible.
Yep.
Yeah. So, kid don't give a fuck about no COVID. And you gotta try to teach people, man. Sometimes you need help. And I blame the black community for not helping Will Smith. Somebody should have called Will Smith and said, look, nigga, don't sit down at the table with your wife and have a conversation about her fucking a guy. I thought August Alsina was Rihanna. That was a girl. I was like, oh, she's a lesbian. Oh, wait a minute, that's a nigga? Yeah, because his hair was like tricolored. There's a lot of weird looking niggas out there. So that is something that I just have to ask. How did we allow that to happen? Brian, should we have called him and said, look, Will, this is a bad idea. Because they are honey roasting this nigga. Oh. I mean, Will Smith is like, Denzel's a big actor. Mm. Denzel, you could argue, well, he is. He's just a better all-around actor.
He's bigger than Will.
But Will Smith is a movie star.
Yeah.
Denzel's a better actor, but Will Smith's movies, as gross-wise of money, there's no comparison.
For sure.
Will Smith is like remember Arnold Schwarzenegger is a movie star. I would never say Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best actor. But Will can act. But, I mean, this is a mega movie star. At one point, Brian, he might have been the biggest movie star in Hollywood when we were alive, all three of us. And Brian, here's my profile picture. I've honey roasted him. I'm talking about honey roasted, Brian. Like, you're drizzling the honey on the nuts. I'm drizzling like brown sugar and cinnamon. I stayed up to 2:30 finding memes on that nigga. It's just hilarious that he let himself do that. Would you have done that? Zach, you go first. I'm going to save Brian for later.
Would I have roasted him?
Would you have sat with your wife after she told you that she had slept with a guy near 30 years younger than you? Basically, she slept with your own son.
No. No, first of all, probably not. And second of all, not.
If I'm Will Smith.
Well, more importantly, I wouldn't have put that shit online. I wouldn't have broadcasted that shit. I wouldn't have let people know what was going on.
Yeah, but they didn't do it. That was August Alsina. He sat down and got emotional with Angela Yee, talking about, my heart is broken. My heart is broken. Then they're like, why? They're like, because of Jay. Like, he did this.
Yes.
Nothing to do with it. They wanted to come clean after the fact.
Yes.
Because if you just let this guy talk about your relationship and y'all say nothing, it's gonna look really bad. So they kind of had to do that. I feel
they had to jump in there. So the August kid looked really bitch made for sure.
He was clout chasing because he just had an album that dropped right after he did that. So I think he did that for like clout.
PR.
And he's the same kid that's fighting the same thing that another kid that I'm gonna bring into Nick Cannon. They both have like lupus, so he is a sick cat. They have to like go in and funnel the bleed because your kidneys stop to work. Lupus attacks that, so you gotta get blood transfusions and whatnot. So she was serious. Like, I was trying to help the cat. I guess while she was helping him with a blood transfusion, his dick fell in her mouth. So I don't know how that kind of works, but
actually helped the blood flow better. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
When he said that, I immediately thought of Jason's lyric when dude threw her up on the counter in the fucking convenience store. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Jeez, this is Jada right now. Jada. Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care who you are. That Jason's lyric, Jada, that Menace to Society, Jada. You thought, as a kid, you're like, man, I wouldn't mind getting in those cheeks. So she's one of those, you're like, man, August really did that, but he fucked it up. It made Will have to come out and say something about it, and he might replace the crying Jordan face with the crying Will face, and that's a hard replacement.
Oh, yeah. With the Jordan face, you see actual tears. With the crying Will's face, his eyes are just red, eyeballs are just red, like he's about to cry a story.
Yeah, I mean, Brian is absolutely right. Them eyeballs are red as fuck. They're swollen with hidden tears. I mean, it's some of the saddest shit you'd ever goddamn seen. So, I mean, the Will Smith shit is just ridiculous. Brian, you would have not done a Red Table Talk.
I would not possibly have done a Red Table Talk, but being Will Smith and the celebrity that he is and his wife, they would have to do something. They could be an Instagram versus battle. I mean, they needed to do something. Now for Will Smith is absolutely embarrassed because with that relationship, honestly, there probably is a double standard because even in the conversation, if you listen, she was like, I know you're not talking. You done screwed up a couple. He was like, yeah, you're right. Like
Margot Robbie.
Yeah. He's done some dirt himself.
Yeah.
For her to do that to him being who he is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty goddamn bad. It's
But I probably would have had the combo. If I was Will Smith and her, I was like, we need to come out and say something. I mean, we ain't gonna say everything. I'm not gonna give them all our information, but
in public? In public?
I mean, in public.
He has to.
I mean, I feel like he has to. If he doesn't, he's gonna get honey roasted forever with no explanation.
How did that? Okay, well, just
either way.
Did it stop that from happening? Did it stop that from happening?
I think it would have been worse if he had never done anything. I think it would have been way worse. Because
you're talking about honey roasted to now. I'm just honey roasting nuts. I'm talking about if he hadn't came out, now we're hickory smoking the nigga. And when you're hickory smoking, now you're on the barbecue grill.
Oh, the barbecue grill.
I'm sweating. The meat is sweating.
Now, in Will's defense, I don't think he looked that bad because he made her explain what happened. He basically was like, you did this.
Yeah.
Your fault. Like,
yeah.
Go ahead and tell him what happened. Like,
get him, Brian. Get him, beat.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I probably would have done it, but I mean, I don't know. I probably would have done it too.
Yeah, I would. Hey, Zach, I would be when you're a star like that.
Yeah, you're
Zach, and by the way, audience, we're gonna not agree all the fucking time on Uncivilized. Sometimes niggas are gonna be like, "Hey, we don't agree with that shit."
Right.
When you're a movie star of his caliber, of his ilk, you got to come out and say, hey, look, like Brian said, tell them what you did, you know. But
and
when
entanglement.
then entanglement. But when she said, Zach, I needed to feel good, and I ain't felt good in a long time, I was like, yeah, shit.
Got real. It got real.
It got real.
I'm just saying. I'm saying in that capacity, the way that they did it, you are high off your fucking ass. I don't give a shit how. If I ever get fucking famous, I'm not gonna sit there and have that fucking discussion. In real time, if it's being done for the publicity or for the public, they don't deserve that reality that you got to see there. That discomfort and shit. That's some private shit. That's for a fucking man and a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can fucking, they're both good actors. They can fucking fake a conversation and talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit, nah, man. You are high off your ass if I put my business out there ever like that.
Heck, if you're Will Smith, your life is not private anymore. You don't get privacy.
Well, yeah, but he had control over how much that was leaked. You know what I mean? How much of that was exposed. You know,
he didn't expect her to say, I ain't felt good in a long time. I was like, God damn, Will. Like, I'm like, well, Jesus, he might not have even looked at Jada in damn near 5 years. That's just insane. It's insanity.
Well, you know,
niggas are getting it. What's up, B?
You know what she said? She said that Will believes that you're supposed to make yourself happy. You're supposed to come in. This is what Will said. He said, you're supposed to be happy yourself. Nobody's going to make you happy unless you're happy with yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're not happy with yourself, I can't make you happy.
Yeah.
So that was his whole thing with the situation. He was like, you got a problem with your happiness. I can't change that. Until you can be happy with yourself, I can't make you happy. So that's what he said a while back. So, I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, people can't look to other people for happiness. You can look at a 4-pack of ice cold Grolsch, which I did last night for my happiness. I had some Grolsch, which was delicious. Some people look to a nice twisted marijuana. You know, sometimes you got to get a little out there to make your happiness happen.
Why me?
Hey,
what you looking at for? What you looking at?
We never said the Uncivilized with choir boys. We never said the 3 Uncivilized with choir boys. There's something hot off the presses right now that I know we got to get into. I mean, my dog, Nick Cannon. Me and Deshaun Jackson. Did you think we weren't going to bring? I'm getting close in. We got to talk about them niggas. Oh, my God. I don't even want to get into this shit, but we got to. We damn near like journalists in this motherfucker. I have to take the news that is available and comment on it for you guys.
Yes.
True story.
Deshaun Jackson had to apologize. You know, whatever anti-Semitic things he said, yada, yada. The nigga actually was talking to a rabbi. I know when he posted it, Deshaun was like, God damn, I didn't think I'd have to go talk to a fucking rabbi. Now I'm talking to a rabbi. Shit. Nick Cannon, you know, the Black Israelites, and then like talking about the lesser melanin, inferior, boom, boom. And then Viacom, and I guess he said something that was anti-Semitic. We heard a lot of anti-Semitic shit. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that even means. I had to look the shit up. I was like, cool, it's anti-Jew. And then that's how little I know about the shit. I was like, nigga, I don't know what the fuck. Hell, I'm going to tell you the truth. I thought all white people were white. It wasn't until I was in Alabama that another white person was like, oh, that person's a Jew. I was like, you mean they white, right? And they're like, no, they're different than us. I was like, oh. I didn't know that because the black people, all you motherfuckers is white. I'm not breaking you motherfuckers up into groups. White people don't look at black people and be like, oh, that nigga's from Africa. No, that nigga just look at nigga. Fuck that shit. So that's how I feel. I mean, look, the bottom line is, Nick, you've been in business, in show business in LA for a long motherfucking time. You work for Viacom. Viacom's owner, the CEO is a guy named Bob Baskis, something like that. He's a Jewish cat. Deshaun Jackson, the owner of
I was
the
going to
Eagles,
say, yeah, the
is
owner
a
of the
Jewish
Eagles.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Maybe don't say that about the guy that signs your paycheck.
Yeah, maybe like hold off on the shit.
Also, don't say it because it's a shitty fucking thing to say. For the record, it's fucking stupid, pointless hate. Like, that, this is one of those that I gotta hold back because it gets into a lot of different stupid shit for me. That just it's retarded to hate about anything. I don't know. I'll stop.
No, don't stop. You say what you gotta say, man. I mean, it's
Well, this is the issue that I've always had with religion in general. It's used to do more hate than it is to do more good. You know what I mean? I don't know why the fuck it should matter to anybody who they choose to fucking worship or
I don't care
pray to. It doesn't. My rule has always been, as long as you're not using it to hurt somebody or take somebody else's rights away, I don't fucking care. It shouldn't matter. It just should be that simple, But especially, it does make it. It makes it feel worse for me when it's a guy like black guys. Like, what it feels like to hate and be discriminated against.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you say that it's bad, that Black Lives Matter and discrimination and hate and racism is fucking awful, but then in the same breath be like, but those fucking Jews, like, it's the same thing. It's still discrimination. And it's discrimination based on something fucking stupid and pointless. Like the fact that they're Jewish. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect anything.
Well, yeah, I don't think that Nick Cannon said anything against Jews. What he said, I believe, is that blacks are the true Hebrews. They're the real Jews. So that's what he's saying, and it's based off a lot of stuff in history and in the Bible that actually stating something to that extent. I haven't done super research, but he didn't say anything against Jews. He said black people are the true Jews and the true Hebrews. So, I mean, people have been saying that for a long time. So, I mean,
to be fair, I didn't know what Nick Cannon said. I only knew about the Deshaun Jackson, and I forget who else was a part of that group where they were literally quoting Hitler.
Yeah, the Deshaun Jackson's thing was different. Once he started quoting Hitler, even black people were like, "You on your own."
People told him that he was quoting Hitler, and he fucking doubled down and tweeted it again.
And it was a misquote from Hitler. So it wasn't something Hitler said. Hitler didn't even say it. Yeah, anytime, if there's one group that is like, that could even come in there and be like, with black people, like, man, slavery. And the Jewish cat's like, okay, hold my beer. He can kind of come in like, I remember in Chicago seeing a woman on the train, and on her arm was the serial number from the camp. And I looked at a buddy of mine, I was like, holy shit, I've never seen that before. That shit's real. And he looked at me and he said, that scene in Schindler's List where the kids are running around because they think it's snowing, but it's actually ashes. Mm-hmm. He said, my grandmother was like one of those kids. She remembers. I was like, God damn. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much that happens to us as black people, like a lot. That sometimes, hey, shit, we forget. Hell, I ain't thinking about the Jews like that, but I'm also ain't saying shit about it. I'm really trying to keep my ass from getting beat by the police. Like after this podcast, I'm gonna go on one of my walks and hope I don't get fucked with. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, the Jews have gone through their persecution too. They has. However, they've risen from that and become a lot better because of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why black people are still in the same situation. Hung and beat up. Jews been honey roasted too, and on in movie studios. Like we still kept on the bottom. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I mean, Jews have gone through it too.
Yeah, they've gone through it. Like Brian said, they've definitely risen above. Shit, good for them. Because hell, every time I'm pitching any show that me and Ian are doing, it's to a Jewish it's to Hollywood. You know what I mean? And that's why with Nick, I'm like, what he said something like less of melanin or whatever the fuck he said. He knows how Hollywood is, But also with Nick, he shot that last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was last year. The nigga probably forgot about it. He's like, wait a minute, I'm getting fired on my day off. I don't even remember airing that goddamn shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember doing that goddamn podcast. But Nick will be fine. Motherfuckers get wrapped up into you have to remember Nick's probably worth about $60 to $80 million. So the nigga just invested. He's just got investments. He'll be fine. You know what I mean? But to go back to what Zach said, I bet you motherfuckers will think twice about saying anything about the Jew cats. You get fired. I mean, god damn. They fired Nick with the quickness.
Mm-hmm.
With the quickness. And it was on Deshaun's ass with the quickness. But see, Brad, I think I've heard shit like what Nick has said before, and ain't nothing happened. Whatever. But what Zach said, because of the Black Lives Matter, and because of the kind of state that we're in right now, anything that's off kilter, you're out of there. Because they find a lot of white people saying anything that's been off kilter, like, oh, that black guy looks tan. What'd you say? You're fired. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So now black people can't be, damn, I'm surprised I got fired. Well, you said some shit that was kind of off kilter. And we've been firing white people for that shit. So we got to fire you too. So don't be motherfucking surprised. And also, news motherfucking flash, we own everything. And that's what Diddy was saying. He was like, yeah, we got to start owning shit. Even Diddy has Revolt. But remember, Revolt you can't watch unless you got Comcast. You got to have Comcast, Fios. You have to have a way to stream the shit.
Yeah.
You don't own anything. My dad said this a long time ago. I said, Jay-Z I was like a kid. Jay-Z got Rockaway. He's like, yeah, but where's he going to sell it at? How's it being distributed?
Mm-hmm.
Like what Master P did was the only time Master P should win Nigga of the Decade award, or Nigga of the Century, because he's the only one. He's the only one unless Brian, you could think of somebody else that literally distributed it himself.
Everything. This dude got cup of noodles in the liquor store. Flavored cup of noodles. Potato chips.
But yeah, everything.
Pancake mix.
Mm-hmm.
Syrup.
Nigga got pancake mix.
Syrup.
Yeah, we literally, as black cats, we gotta, those, and Revolt's great, but you gotta own like something major, or you can get canceled, and you cancel the kid, and you better keep them Jews' name out your mouth if you're in Hollywood, because they will cancel your motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? They got rid of that kid quick. And Deshaun, Deshaun's thing was dumb, was way worse, because the Hitler shit was just, he wasn't educated to the shit. Yeah, it's an interesting time right now. It's a very interesting time right now. Because now, once we start to talk about equality throughout, then everybody gets brought to the chopping block. There's nowhere to hide. So now you just can't say willy-nilly shit and then think it's going to be cool. Black or white. Mm. The Redskins are finally changing that shit because FedEx was like, hey, man, we're not going to. Once your money starts to go away, then the owner of the Redskins was like, shit, I got to change this shit. Yep. FedEx is pulling out. Sponsors are pulling out. You know what I mean? I mean, like Chris Rock said, I ain't never seen a Native American family at dinner. Motherfuckers are like, I went to Arizona and saw a Native American, and I was like, man, that's a weird looking Mexican. And the guy was like, motherfucker, that's a Native American.
You stupid, man. Hey, did you see that? Did you see that they got half of Oklahoma?
Who?
Native Americans.
Really?
The state of Oklahoma gave them half of Oklahoma, I believe, and said that is sacred Indian land. I was like, you should give the motherfuckers the entire fucking Oklahoma, because all that shit they land.
All that shit is there.
The whole thing. Why you gonna give them half? And so that's proof of another thing. The Indians getting their land back. The Jews got production studios. When the black people go get their 40 acres and live with anything? Can I get something? Can you take care of my college? Cover those, so I don't have to pay those no more. I'm cool. I'm not asking for much.
Yeah.
Damn, could we get some love too?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just give me the fucking mule.
And we were enslaved for 400 years.
Yeah.
Way longer than Jews. Way longer than everybody.
Way long. I had to tell, I was talking to my Jewish buddy about this. I said, don't forget also that slavery was here. That Jewish shit was over. That wasn't here. You know, you guys came in and you fucking, that wasn't here. You know, it's different.
The only thing that I'm going to say, I'm going to quote my boy Dave Chappelle on this.
Go ahead.
You can't get into comparative suffering.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's pointless. It's all in the past anyways. We need to talk about now, today, and moving forward. And the whole thing for me is with this Deshaun Jackson shit, even with fucking Nick Cannon, the whole point of this Black Lives Matter movement is about fucking tolerance. It's about racial tolerance. It's about some kind of tolerance, but it's about being a fucking decent human. It sucks that we have to tell people that. You know, I mean, you have to explain to people that, yes, all lives matter. We know that. Yeah. White lives matter. We know that too. But that's not, white people aren't being brutally murdered in the streets right now by police. You know? But at the end of the day, it's just about tolerance. So you can't be a part of a movement that's preaching tolerance and then in the same breath preach intolerance based on something else, regardless of what the fuck it is. Tolerance is tolerance. You have to be cool about shit. And as long as, in my understanding, at least in my life, I don't know about you guys, I've never had any experience in a movie, in anything I've watched or read about a Jewish person walking around like, hey, fuck you, I'm Jewish. Did you know that I'm better than you? Did you know that my Jewish dick is better than you? Like, I've never heard that shit in my life. So why does it need to be said, well, black people are the original Jews. They're the better Jews. It seems fucking pointless to me. Like, what is the purpose of that? What's the point? What does that do? You know what I mean? Putting it out there. That's just saying that he thinks that they're better somehow, which I don't understand in what aspect. I don't understand why that's necessary to feel that feeling. We're all humans. We're all humans. It doesn't matter if you worship nothing or if you worship God or if you worship a flying fucking spaghetti monster. It doesn't change the fact that right now we're all humans today living in this fucked up shit right now. So why the fuck are we talking about shit that happened 400 or 6,000 years ago? We need to fix shit now, you know?
Yeah.
That's my TED Talk.
Well,
what are you about to say, B?
I mean, all of this, what's happening now, is a direct effect of what happened all those years ago, and it just continues to happen. So, I mean,
I do agree. You are right. I mean, we do have to discuss it to us. I mean, obviously, we have to.
We brought up a little bit, but I mean, we shouldn't just like hark over and just be like, "Oh my God, this is just so." I mean, I get that. I agree with you on that. But I mean, all of this has led up to what's happened to us for hundreds of years. The discrimination, you gotta understand, interracial marriage was just legally allowed like 50 years ago.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
50 years ago. Civil rights, like 50 years ago. So, yeah, I mean, to think that all of this can be eradicated, like 400 years of this can be eradicated in less than a century, I mean, I knew it wouldn't happen anyway. It may take 400 years to reverse it.
Well, and that's if people want to learn it also. You know, that's the other issue is, you know, the people that understand this and the people that give a shit and are, you know, a part of this movement know the history. That's why we're a part of it. You know what I mean? We know what the fuck has happened and we know what the hell is still happening. We're talking about willfully ignorant people now that are just choosing to not pay attention to it, you know? The fact that people can sit there and say all lives matter is the stupidest fucking thing on the planet to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that it is, first of all, in the history books, they didn't teach a lot about slavery or like anything black. They basically started at Martin Luther King and went up from there. That's number one. There's a difference than me being in the South and driving by the church that the black girls were bombed at in Birmingham, or I could go to Tulsa. There's a difference between that and then like a Jewish cat can like walk by, or you could go by like a camp, like where where they had them held. That's the difference between it being here. It's a reminder for Black people because we're actually here. Jewish can't, and you know what I mean? Like, that's why the Dave Chappelle thing, like, I kind of get that, but I can literally go to Watts, or you could walk out your house, Brian, and be like, oh yeah, this is where the riots happen. This is where the police beat up motherfuckers. Like, it's like you're in America, so it's a little bit more tangible and real. Because I just talked to my dad about it, and my dad was alive for the civil rights fucking when he was here. You know, my mother's in North Carolina getting her ass whooped and shit. My mom's grandmother was like the Help, that movie, you know, and that was here. You know, they made the mistake, and it happens a lot of times, is sometimes when you speak your mind or, you know, you say things and you forget shit. It comes down to what my dad said. We don't own shit. And that's what happened. That's what happened to Deshaun. That's what happened to Nick. They don't own shit. And white people will let you know, oh yeah, you thought you owned shit? You don't own shit. Get that nigga off the fucking thing. Get him off there. Boom, back up. Boom, done. Deshaun, you either apologize or you off the motherfucking team. The nigga met with a rabbi. Yeah. So that's the real, when you wipe away all the bullshit, it's not like, and Zach, you all right about the equality and boom, boom, boom. But cats just gotta know you're still in America. And there's still rules.
And watch your mouth.
And watch your mouth.
If you own it, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
You may lose some people based off your brand. You may lose some fans, but you will lose your job.
Yeah. Think about how many people, Zach, they can't employ that were Black, that now out of a job.
Yeah.
A lot of PAs, a lot of people from ADD, adult, yeah. So a lot. No, there's no agree to disagree on this one. I agree with all of us. Everything Zach said, everything Brian said, yeah, it's a work in progress. That's what America is. And that's what the uncivilized are. A work in progress. 3 individuals trying to fucking stay alive through COVID-19.
Striving for greatness.
I just put the disclaimer out there that I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. So,
no, you know exactly what the hell you're talking about.
We know what we're talking about.
Yeah, what you said was fucking great, you know, and it needed to be said. You have to have that perspective, and a lot of times cats don't, you know. And anything that like a Jewish cat, because I got tons of goddamn Jewish friends, they felt offended by it, and shit, you probably shouldn't have goddamn said. Because you are right. You can't have Black Lives Matter in one hand and then talk bad about another group, and then it defeats the whole fucking thing. You know,
it's just intolerance of any kind.
It's just it's just stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, motherfuckers got to sharpen up. This has been a hell of a podcast.
This was a real one.
It got deep. It got deep. You know, we went from honey roasted to hickory roasted. To shit, niggas being slaves, the Jews and all that shit.
Yeah, that Will and Jada thing still.
I was just about to say that too, and I was like, Will Smith's face, man.
Yeah, the face, dude, with the eyes watering up. It looked like one of the characters off of SpongeBob. When SpongeBob get when he want to cry, his eyes are like water up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, too, at the end of it, when he said, we live together, we ride together, we die together, bad marriage for life. I'm like, what? I'm like, are you promoting a bad marriage? Are you saying your marriage is horrible, but you guys are going to stay together? I mean, that didn't make any sense. They laughed about it and high-fived each other. Bad marriage for life, like Bad Boys for Life. I'm like, you guys are stupid, man. You guys are weird. You guys are weird.
Literally on that note, we're getting out of here. Fucking Brian's right. After everything we went over, the Will Smith crying face is still the saddest thing.
It hurts me, you guys.
It hurts.
So that one you sent me with Will's face on Jada's head with that oh my God, dude. I can't get that out of my mind. Dude. Water every time I think about it. That was a horrid sight.
Oh my God. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I just got a text from Jada. She want me to roll through, so I'm gonna holler at y'all. It's been Moo.
She only like R&B singers.
Oh, that's right. Uncivilized Intellects, man. Great podcast today. Great podcast. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all be good.
All right.
Yo,
peace out, guys.
Peace.
Say you